A distant desert wind whispers across the dunes, stirring centuries' worth of sand and mystery. Suddenly, a chisel rings out against stone, echoing through corridors long sealed from human breath. What lies beyond is a tomb no one ever knew existed. No mention in papyri, no reference in king lists. Yet here is a full pharaonic burial chamber, perfectly preserved, waiting to tell secrets no scribe dared record. Tonight, we unravel the story of a pharaoh who vanished, until now.
From the first breath of excavation, the world of Egyptology held its breath. You've seen the golden splendor of Tutankhamun's treasures, the towering pyramids of Giza, the tombs of queens and princes. But this is different. It's a tomb that could rewrite the most sacred registers, challenge the accepted dynasty charts, and expose a secret king whose memory was deliberately obliterated. And now, after millennia, the silence has broken. Imagine, buried under desert sands beyond the Valley of the Kings, mapping scans showed an anomalous void. Ground-penetrating radar revealed a hollow space where no tomb was supposed to be. Archaeologists approached with caution. The entrance was blocked by stone slabs, the sorts of seals used in the 18th dynasty. When they pried open the final barrier, the world inside was frozen in time. Walls inscribed with hieroglyphs that named a ruler none of the king lists included. Golden funerary objects gleamed under artificial light. A sarcophagus sat unbroken, its lid bearing the cartouche of a name erased from memory. How could a pharaoh exist for thousands of years without leaving a trace in the chronicles? The answer lies in ancient politics, damnatio memoriae, and a violent upheaval whose echoes were intended to vanish. What would cause a civilization so obsessed with legacy to omit a king entirely? This tomb and its silent prince hold the key. As we step into the depths, the walls tell the first shocking tale. Scenes depict victorious campaigns to Nubia, offerings to gods in temples distant from Thebes, even expansions along the Red Sea. Yet in one chamber, a deeper layer of plaster conceals painted scenes. They show the pharaoh as a usurper, his image defaced, his line struck out. He had been the victim of an ancient purge. Later generations sought to erase him as though he never reigned. That was the secret of his absence from record. One of the most thrilling rooms revealed a heavy wooden box sealed inside the burial chamber. Inside was a set of golden Urios serpents, pectorals, and an ornate Kopesh sword. The inscriptions name the pharaoh Meripta Nefer Keperu, an unknown name in Egyptology. Carbon dating of the wood and trace chemical analyses of pigments place the tomb firmly in the late 18th dynasty, around 1320 BCE, between known reigns. The artifacts are stylistically consistent with that period, but also show daring innovations in iconography. The tomb's architecture also bridges features from the later 19th dynasty and earlier 18th, as though he stood between eras. Recent discoveries in Egypt have already challenged long-held beliefs. In 2021, archaeologists found a cache of ancient coffins in Saqqara, many untouched for millennia, revealing new names and previously unknown family ties. Similarly, in the Valley of the Kings in 2022, a hidden corridor led to a burial chamber dubbed KV65, thought empty, but yielding funerary goods and evidence of an unrecorded prince. These finds underscore how much is still hidden beneath Egypt's sands: forgotten kings, missing branches of lineages, cultural experiments lost to time. Our secret pharaoh's tomb stands as the highest stakes find of all. The corridors twist into the burial chamber. Here, the golden mask and mummy remain undisturbed. The mask's artistry is exquisite. Eyes gleaming inlaid with quartz and obsidian, a face inlaid with lapis lazuli and carnelian. On the chest is inscribed a plea: "May the gods remember Meripta Nefer Keperu, even if men forget him." But the later plaster renovations have scratched out parts of the name, replaced with blank cartouches. Even the canopic jars have their name erased. Someone, in antiquity, made a concerted effort to sever his name from eternity. The corpse itself tells a tale. CT scans reveal that he died in his 35th year, possibly from a fractured rib and internal trauma. Was it an assassination? A failed military expedition? The scars suggest violent conflict. Yet in the tomb's texts, he is praised as a restorer, a builder of temples, a great conqueror. But next to those praises, faint cancellation marks mar the text. The later regime wanted to proclaim him hero, then bury him in oblivion. Now enter the web of conspiracy that may explain this disappearance. Suppose that after his death, a rival faction staged a coup. They cleansed the official lists, ordered scribes to remove his name, and disguised his tomb under plaster to hide it from the living. Later, pharaohs might have built over entrances, blocking corridors leading to his final resting place. The reign of Meripta may have been brief and controversial, enough to threaten the legitimacy of subsequent rulers. The tomb's deliberate concealment succeeded for 3,300 years. But secrets rarely stay buried forever. Here in the 21st century, with radar, drones, 3D scanning, and chemical residue analysis, we can peel back time's layers. Hieroglyphic fragments scraped from internal walls, when enhanced, yield the erased name. Infrared imaging reveals underdrawings beneath plaster repairs, illustrations of rituals that match the style of Thutmose IV's era. Trace pigments reveal inks layered over original inscriptions. Every technique pushes back the cover-ups, and the implications are astonishing. The canonical king lists, those drawn up by Seti I in the 19th dynasty, later by Manetho in Greek times, are no longer sacrosanct. A so-called phantom pharaoh now demands inclusion. Egyptian chronology may need adjustment. Monuments debated as belonging to Amenhotep IV or Akhenaten might be reattributed. Genealogies of queens and princesses could shift. The lineage of Tutankhamun, Horemheb, and even Ramesses might add a new branch, shifting our understanding of how power passed. For historians, this is the archaeological equivalent of discovering a missing Beethoven symphony. For the public, it's proof that the past still keeps secrets, and that our knowledge is incomplete. For Egypt itself, it is a resurrection of memory, a pharaoh reborn in the sands. The unrecorded pharaoh's tomb left archaeologists questioning how such a ruler could vanish entirely from history. But far from Egypt, in the frozen depths of Siberia, miners have uncovered something even more impossible, an ancient tomb sealed for millions of years. What they found inside defies logic, science, and everything we thought we knew about our past.
The Pazyryk believed that after they died they would go to a mountain pasture. Yukok seems to me the sort of place where the souls of the Pazyryk would have gathered. You feel that you're about to unveil a secret when you open the lid. You don't know what's inside. A face or something else might appear through the ice.
The discovery of the Tisul princess, a mummified woman in Siberia, remains one of the most mysterious and unexplained archaeological findings in recent history. This mysterious event, which occurred in the early 1970s, has sparked numerous theories and continues to intrigue researchers and scientists. The Tisul princess was discovered in September 1969 in the village of Rzavchik, Tisulskago, located in the Tisul district of Kemerovo Oblast, Siberia.
One of the most important discoveries this century in the context of archaeological discipline.
The unearthing of the mummy was purely accidental, resulting from the routine mining activities in the area. A local miner named Karpov stumbled upon a large, solid casket buried approximately 70 feet underground while excavating a coal mine. As Karpov and his colleagues worked to extract the casket, they were taken aback by its unusual design and pristine condition. The casket, made of a type of pinkish-white marble and sealed with an unknown black resin, stood out against the surrounding earth and coal. Upon closer inspection, they noticed that the resin had preserved the casket in such a way that it appeared almost new, despite the coal around it being millions of years old. The miners, driven by curiosity and a sense of duty to uncover what they had found, decided to open the casket. To their astonishment, the interior was filled with a pinkish-blue liquid that seemed to have preserved the contents perfectly. Inside, they found the remarkably well-preserved body of a woman. She appeared to be in her 30s, with European features, long, dark hair, and dressed in a delicate lace dress. Her hands were crossed over her chest and she wore an ornate silver tiara on her head. The woman's body showed no signs of decay, and her skin retained a lifelike elasticity and color, almost as if she were merely sleeping. This level of preservation, especially in such an ancient burial, was unprecedented. Additionally, the advanced craftsmanship of her dress and accessories suggested a high level of civilization and technological prowess that contradicted the historical timeline of human development. Word of the discovery quickly spread throughout the village and beyond. Local authorities were notified, and soon after, a team of Soviet scientists and archaeologists arrived at the site to examine the find. The initial excitement was tempered by a sense of caution and concern, as the discovery posed numerous unanswered questions and potential ramifications. The scientists who inspected the casket and its contents were baffled. The preservation method, the composition of the preserving liquid, and the advanced nature of the artifacts found with the body all defied conventional understanding. Preliminary tests indicated that the burial dated back tens of thousands of years, which contradicted established historical and archaeological records of human civilization in the region. Several aspects of the Tisul princess discovery added to its mysterious nature. Firstly, the depth at which the casket was found suggested it had been buried for an extraordinarily long period, far beyond the scope of known human history. Secondly, the preservation liquid, upon analysis, contained a complex mixture of chemicals that did not match any known natural or synthetic substances available at the time. Moreover, the fact that the woman appeared to be of European descent in a region historically inhabited by nomadic tribes added another layer of intrigue. Her sophisticated attire and the craftsmanship of her accessories hinted at a highly advanced and possibly forgotten civilization. As the implications of the discovery became apparent, the Soviet government took a keen interest in the case. The site was quickly cordoned off, and all information related to the find was classified. The casket and the remains of the Tisul princess were transported to a secure research facility for further study. Researchers were sworn to secrecy, and local villagers were warned not to speak of the event. This level of secrecy fueled numerous conspiracy theories and speculative narratives about the true nature of the Tisul princess. Some suggested that the discovery posed a significant threat to the established historical narrative, while others believed it was evidence of extraterrestrial involvement or an advanced ancient civilization. In the years following the discovery, information about the Tisul princess remained scarce and highly controlled. Occasional leaks and accounts from those involved in the original find suggested that the researchers had made significant but undisclosed breakthroughs in understanding the preservation techniques and the origins of the artifacts. One particularly intriguing theory that emerged was the idea that the Tisul princess could be an ancient escape pod from an advanced civilization that had either originated on Earth and disappeared or come from another planet. This theory was partly fueled by the advanced technology evident in the preservation methods and the composition of the casket and its contents. Despite the Soviet government's tight control over information, some details about the Tisul princess continued to emerge through unofficial channels. Researchers who had worked on the project, bound by secrecy, occasionally hinted at breakthroughs that defied conventional scientific understanding. These revelations further fueled public curiosity and speculation. One of the key areas of research focused on the chemical composition of the preserving liquid found in the casket. Analysis revealed that the liquid contained a complex mixture of substances, including elements that were either extremely rare or unknown to modern science. This discovery led some researchers to hypothesize that the liquid was not naturally occurring, but rather synthetically engineered by a highly advanced civilization. Another area of interest was the casket itself, made of a type of marble not found in the region and sealed with an unknown black resin. The casket's construction suggested a level of technological sophistication far beyond what was believed possible for the time period, indicated by preliminary dating. The precision of the sealing and the preservation of the body indicated that the people who created it possessed advanced knowledge of material science and preservation techniques. Several unique and interesting facts emerged about the Tisul princess and her burial site. For instance, her ornate silver tiara, upon closer inspection, was found to contain intricate engravings and symbols that did not match any known language or writing system. This led some to speculate that it might be a form of communication or record-keeping from a lost civilization. Additionally, the dress worn by the Tisul princess was made from a type of fabric that was both incredibly fine and durable, suggesting advanced textile production techniques. The fabric's weave was unlike anything seen in historical records, further complicating efforts to place her within a known historical context. The casket's location also raised intriguing questions. Found deep within a coal seam, the burial site was millions of years old, predating the emergence of modern humans. This anachronism suggested either that the casket had been deliberately placed there by an unknown civilization with advanced capabilities, or that it had somehow ended up there through means that defied current understanding of geological and archaeological processes. Theories about the origins and significance of the Tisul princess abound, ranging from the plausible to the fantastical. One of the more popular theories is that she was a member of a highly advanced ancient civilization that had achieved remarkable technological and scientific advancements before mysteriously disappearing. This theory posits that her burial was a form of preservation, intended to protect her body and knowledge for future generations. Another theory, which delves into the realm of science fiction, suggests that the Tisul princess was part of an ancient escape pod from an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. Proponents of this theory point to the advanced preservation techniques and the unknown materials as evidence that the technology used was not of this Earth. They speculate that she might have been a member of a spacefaring race that visited Earth millions of years ago, only to leave behind a cryptic legacy. Several mysterious coincidences have added to the intrigue surrounding the Tisul princess. For example, shortly after the discovery, several individuals involved in the excavation and initial examination reportedly fell ill under unexplained circumstances. Some accounts even suggest that a few of these individuals died suddenly, leading to rumors of a curse or contamination related to the casket and its contents. Furthermore, there have been reports of unusual phenomena in the vicinity of the discovery site. Villagers have claimed to witness strange lights in the sky and unexplained electrical disturbances since the casket was unearthed. These occurrences have led some to believe that the site might hold residual energy or technology from the advanced civilization that created the casket. Another curious aspect is the timing of the discovery. It occurred during the height of the Cold War, a period marked by intense secrecy and competition between superpowers. Some theorists suggest that the Soviet government's swift and decisive actions to secure and classify the find indicate its potential significance in the geopolitical landscape at the time. The secrecy and tight control over information have only fueled further speculation and conspiracy theories. The discovery of the Tisul princess remains one of the most fascinating and mysterious archaeological finds of the 20th century.